G'day mate and welcome back to Factorio with me, JD. So we're putting everything on pause for the moment and we're working out our storage problem because there's just shit everywhere. So, going through the list. First biggest one is coal. And the main reason we've got a ton of coal at the moment is our solar up here is deconstructing miners here, there and everywhere that, oh no, they're all full of stone. Basically, it's been scrapping coal for a long time. And really? I disconnected power? Overzealous with deconstruction planner. Yeah, it's a common fault. I hope a bot comes and does that reasonably soon. And there's only 72 Logi bots. Did they all migrate? Yeah, they all migrated down here. Hang on. Did I break the network? No. 114. Where do my Logibots go? I have no idea. That's still one solid network. Alright, so I lost 1,000 Logibots somehow. That's a later problem. For now, we're going to get rid of our coal. Yeah, I don't have 1,000 Logibots down here. Nope. 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 I'm really curious now. Oh, that's got 700. No, that's the building one. That's meant to have a higher number. You? Nope. I have no idea. Okay, so I've lost 1,000 Logibots. Yeah. I should feel bad, but I'm really not worried. Okay. We're going to set up all of these. All of them? Yeah, all of them. Because in theory, the bots will load evenly, and in theory, the train will unload evenly. In theory. There's lots of theories going on. Whoops. Add a 0 onto that. And that's how we're going to do it. Because I do have this one who's dumping, but he doesn't really have any preference. And he's already causing the train to load and unload unevenly. So the answer is just go all in, so to speak, and have it be a logistical unload. You know, it just means any coal that ends up in storage should end up one of these chests, should go through the balancer, which should balance the unload no matter what, in theory. Yeah, if it's not balanced, it should be close to. So that's problem number one. What's the second most item in storage? Landfill? Yeah, landfill's a whole separate problem. Uranium. Uranium has its own dedicated storage. We're not worried about that one. Stone. Lots and lots of stone. So same story. I have a train over here somewhere. I don't like this. Yeah, we only got one copper unloader. We need a second copper station. We have this one, which is, as you can see, very, very dead because the train's wandered off to... in fact, that's our only stone unload. And it's busy waiting for that missing power pole to go back. So, same story. We're going to request in stone by the bucket load. And we're just going to copy and paste that to all those guys. Same time, we're going to grab... We don't need that anymore. Oh, we don't need that anymore. We don't need that anymore. don't want that. I don't need those. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Oh, I've got them on request. Okay, one problem at a time. And don't need that. Upgrade planner. All that to blue belt, please. It doesn't need to be blue belt. In fact, let's just get that done. Have all these guys fire back up. Hopefully. Something went wrong. Something's misconfigured. Oh. That's misconfigured. In upgrade planner. Wonder if that boo-booed the other one. Probably did. Okay, come on, fire up. Try and demonstrate something here, game. Did that boo-boo that one? No, for some reason. Oh, because it upgraded that one previously. Duh. Okay. Come on. I need all these guys to fire up to prove a point. That's close enough. So, these guys are outputting... Let's do the whole lot together. These guys are outputting 26 stone. Which we're compressing into a blue belt and then feeding onto half a blue belt. So at the end of the day, we're only using 20. 20 stone maximum. So none of this technically needs to become blue belt. Because even at this stage, we're bringing in 25. 26 if this guy's running. Red belt moves 26. But for the sake of completion, let's go blue belt all around. We're going to have less and less running on red belt at the rate we're going. In fact, we're probably going to end up with nothing on red belt. Let's do that line, and that line, and that line. Okay, now they're screaming along. We've even got rocket fuel in some of these guys. You know, most of them are running on... yeah. He's probably only still in his first rocket fuel cell, a nuclear fuel cell. Because those things last for... well, he's still on rocket fuel. Yeah, those things last forever. Oh, this guy's even got some coal to pick from. He's not using it. Okay, so that's that one upgraded. What else do we have in storage? Gears. 3.1k gears. So let's find somewhere where we can recycle gears en masse. Those power poles, those power poles, and those power poles are definitely not doing anything. Gears, logically, we should add them in here. The problem is I don't really have any way of getting gears onto those belts. And the make everything's not guaranteed to use gears forever. Eventually, in theory, it'll back up. You, on the other hand, being red science, are pretty much guaranteed to use gears from now until the end of time. We want to request in gears. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it to max to clear the stockpile, and then I'll set it to 100. So it'll bring everything out of storage that's not in a buffer chest. That's the biggest thing. We're putting things into buffer chests. And anything in a buffer chest stays in a buffer chest unless we tick the magic box. So that'll get rid of all our gears. We need to do inserters. So same story. One of these guys. Yeah, because that guy buffers it. Okay. Inserters. We have 1.3k. All of them. And then set you back to a stack being 50. So how many are coming? 760. That's not good enough. All of them. We're probably on a little bit of a shortage here. We're on a shortage of Logibots at the moment. 1.3k. We want inserter -5. If you're wondering, that's the L menu. That's the logistic network, which you can then, well, we can see easily without having to try and get the little thing in the corner what's where. So we set that back to 1 stack. So that's going to do wonderful things for our storage. We've still got 2.6k copper plate. So that means at some stage, probably when we're doing these, our copper plate recycling got removed. Probably means our iron plate recycling also got removed. So we're going to go with an inserter there, a requester, copper on that one. Delivering 100. Let's just max it out for a minute. Delivering 1.6, so we had plenty in storage. And we'll do the same with iron for you. Request everything. Nothing in storage. That's what we like to see. So maybe I do have a recycling for iron plate. Not that I see. Let's just put a substation right there with a large power pole to there. Right, we still need a second copper train. Copper 2. Is that what they're called? What are they called? Copper plate 2. You need to have that removed from your list. Let's just dump down a train real quick, and then that one will fire up. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's power again. Copper plate unload. Inventory empty. Copper plate 2. Inventory full. Go. Done. See, copper plate problem solved. Oh, alarm's gone off already. So you're at 15%. It's coming down to 15, 14%, and then firing back up. We're definitely pushing our limits. Our smart smelter's still going fine. What else do we have in storage that we haven't dealt with? We have a shit ton of rocket fuel. Like a metric shit ton of rocket fuel. Like 2 chests of rocket fuel. There's 1 chest. There's 2 chests. That would be why. So if we get rid of that, are we recycling rocket fuel? Technically, yes. Technically, you're requesting in to build satellites at a very, very slow rate. But I prefer to add it to the end of the belt. That way, it's sorted out faster, so to speak. And out of storage, because storage is... Okay. Which is taking preference? So, the top of this lane. We have way too much processing. Can't believe I'd ever say that. Rocket fuel. Rocket fuel. Whole box full. Deliver 208. It's a good start. Rocket fuel. These 400 and... So that's a chest full. And set that back to just a stack. Same time, I notice we have a heap of solid fuel. So let's do that. Because I don't want solid fuel at all. It can go straight into rocket fuel and be dealt with. Technically, that's the wrong one to put in. It should go in that. No, it should go in that one. That one's going to get burnt off first. Fastest. Okay. Back to logic. 1.7k electric engines. Concrete gets burnt up. Basically, anything under 1,000 I can ignore. Although there's 400 stone brick. Yeah, I shouldn't have stone brick. And the rocket control units, I don't know why they're there either. We've got a heap of raw fish. That's a lot of centrifuges. So a lot of these are going to ignore. Yeah, there's leftover stuff like burner inserters. Technically, they should be tossed by putting into a chest and like lit on fire. Plastic bar, we got 36. You know, I do admit that the default game needs a purge chest. You know, so you can just request stuff like your old heavy armor and burner inserters and burner miners, and just go, nope, this stuff just doesn't exist. Just light it on fire. Okay, so we want electric engines, which is here. First off, let's check this chest and make sure I haven't. So there's only 100 in there. So the rest of it ended up in storage somehow. We want electric engines, intermediates, electric engines, all of them. Please? I don't think I want power pop. And you're short. You're short on decent inserters. That's what you're short on. Yeah, there's going to be a fair bit of that I need to do. It's a later problem. I like later problems. So there's still a lot of rocket fuel. Anything that ends up in that requested chest shouldn't exist anymore. And electric furnaces come out here. They're never actually put in storage. So let's put, unless they go up the belt. Do they go up the belt? They do go up the belt. 300. We got 470. 470 is a little bit too high. Although in saying that, I probably want 500 in storage total. But for the moment, let's recycle them. Because it is one of those items we are short on. Electric furnaces, all of them. Delivering 172. And then just a stack. Done. Okay, that's done. That'll take ages to burn through all of those. Back to the logic system. Belt. The brick we need to deal with. Gun turrets, technically we should deal with. Although I'm pretty sure that's no. We want grey science. Don't we have recycling for gun turrets? We do. The issue is it's just not done anything forever because we haven't done any military science forever. I'm half tempted to buffer military science, but we just don't need to. It's ratioed out to the same as everything else. So mining drills is 1, stone bricks. We've got some productivity modules finally. Okay, so the only ones are mining drills. So rocket fuel's gone up again. I'm sure that rocket fuel's gone up. Alright, alarm. 13%. Yeah, we are getting low. Yeah, I turned on the extra furnaces, the extra steam engines. Back up to 15%. Yeah. No, you are dealing with them. Maybe I just didn't request enough first time round. Maybe that's the issue. Okay. Alright, so what do we say? We said mining drills and brick. Okay, mining drills are technically made at the make everything. And that inserter's got a condition on it. So let's go find out what its condition is. 200. And at the same time, let's upgrade that inserter. 200 is probably more than enough. So the rest have just been dumped in storage because we forgot about them. Blue Science is the one that features mining drills. Let's put one there with a chest. Mining drills, and we're just going to do that. We're just going to pick up everything, and then we'll cut it off. I think that's the best way to do mining drills. Do mining drills end up on the bus? No, they're literally going directly there. So technically, if I change that over to a buffer chest, if I change the one at home base to a buffer chest, which is no, we're just going to leave it. We're just going to request them once, dump them straight in. Then we don't have to deal with them. Stack inserter. Dump them. Yeah, so we've still got 300 incoming. Okay. So I've forgotten the other one already. So the only thing is really junk. Yeah, rocket fuel's down to 4.8. Oh, brick. We're delivering 300 from somewhere. You know what actually I should tick? We should try it. Max. Deliver 324. Request from buffer chests. 300 still. Okay. Just making sure I don't have any random buffer chests. Because I have buffered some stuff up beside the trains. Like, you know, few big bullets make things go boom. Atomic artillery. Just so I can request a little bit here, and the bots have a very, very short travel time. Same with belts and undergrounds, because normally I'm riding this train and I'm trying to fill up my inventory at the same time. So I'm picking up, make sure the train's full, and make sure I'm normally picking up about 500 at the same time. Technically that's not needed, and it's been buggering me, bothering me for a while. Same with that one. Technically it's not needed. No, technically it's not needed. Maybe, sort of. Alright, brick. So brick's all the way down here again. And we've just ended up with a shit ton of brick in storage for no reason whatsoever. And we're going to go with... Here looks as good a place as any. Brick. Deliver 60. Does brick go into storage? It does. 400 of it. Do I need to request brick? Only if I'm building paths, which won't happen now. And same applies to stone. Although how the hell does stone get to... Via request chests. Which in theory comes from the bus. So let's max that out. We're now requesting 420. Go back up to... Where the hell is it? Here. Okay. So then if I cancel you, we'll stop putting brick in there. We can start putting stone in there again, you know, should it ever need to put stone in there. And that'll fix our brick problem. Same story, output inserter, just dump it straight onto the belt. Ideally it should go down here somewhere, but I really can't be bothered making sure it's at that end, basically. you know, it's good enough at this point. It will output over time. So that's pretty much the big things removed. Okay, so the only things left are... I don't have nukes. I need a nuke. Just like one or two. I don't need a clear bit of base. Let's go over there. Yeah, giving me nukes. That's always a good idea. We want to extend the robot network out just slightly. And over here, we want to request all the important things. Burner inserters, all of them. Stone furnaces, all of them. Steel furnaces, all of them. Burner miner drill, all of them. It's really all we use from the antiquated old days. Yeah, we are still running boilers and we're still running steam engines. So, you know, they can technically stay, and we'll tick that on just in case it makes an ounce of difference. Yeah, we're still running the steam engines, and I'd like to get rid of them, but the whole power problem thing. Just the same as I'd love to move the solar station, but that's still not built. Of course it's not built, because every frigging bot's sitting there with shit in its hands. And somehow I lost 1,000 Logibots. Just don't know how. What do Logibots need to move now? That's probably a better question. I do know how. I do know. I would have deconstructed a Roboport that was full of Logibots. That's how it's happened. Logibots need to move iron on the rare chances we have iron. Oh, and they need to move stone. Okay. Yep, that's it. Goodbye to starter base. Done. Alright, so the only other thing I need to do is I need to go up to solar and I need to put down that substation because it's not working. I should put the fish in there as well, because there's just a fish or two sitting in the base. Actually, you can come back. Is that the solar train? That's the solar train, which is full of stone. Whoops, wrong button. Right click, left click. Come on. Come here. Yeah. But storage is not complaining anymore. This storage is complaining. Lots of other complaints around the map. Mainly speed modules, which is... The speed modules are sped. You're not running. And you're not running. Because we don't have speed once. Why do we not have enough speed once? Because that belt not go fast enough. Alright. Train. Wait for me. Whilst we're here, we might as well fix the damn problem. Make blue belt. Make blue belt, blue belt, blue belt. Blue belt. More blue belt. Blue belt, blue belt, blue, blue, and blue. Blue. All blue. No, random bit of red belt in there somewhere. Okay. Yep. Watch my inventory fill up with crap and empty with crap. Okay, let's go to Solar 1. Let's fix that. We'll call that for an episode. And I'll dump my Logibots up here as well, just in case the base could do with them. We've got copper fixed. We've got storage emptying. We've got missing solar panels right here. Paste. We've got missing solar panels here just because the bots are lazy. Done. Done. So with that, I'm going to call it an episode. Thank you guys for watching, as always. I do hope you're enjoying the series. Episode 50. Episode 50, I'm hoping is going to be a big one. I'm hoping we're going to get oil fired up and then we'll actually move on to the rest of the base. And there's going to be quite a number of things that we need to do. But you guys will find out in episode 50. So, keep watching. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you stay tuned for the next episode and the one after. We're going to get to this gigabase and we're going to go big. We're doing 3,000 science packs per minute. As always, thoughts, comments, suggestions down the bottom in the comments section, along with some random abuse if you feel like it. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!